Hello, my name is Charmaine Lotier. I'm the Clinical Director in Theatres and Anaesthesia at Leeds Teaching Hospitals.
Hello, my name is Joan Ingram. I'm Head of Nursing for Theatres and Anaesthesia.
Hello, my name is Fiona Clarke and I'm the General Manager for Theatres and Anaesthesia.
In our CSU, we have reviewed and refreshed our standards of behaviour, triggered by some of the feedback from our teams in the staff survey, which we found concerning. In this video, we're going to discuss racism, sexual harassment and other discriminatory behaviours, in particular the impact that they have on our staff and on our patients, and how everybody in our CSU must contribute to an inclusive workplace culture. I'd like to introduce Dr. Magnus Harrison, our Chief Medical Officer, to discuss psychological safety in a little bit more detail.
Hi everybody, my name's Magnus. I'm the Chief Medical Officer at Leeds Teaching Hospitals. Today I'd like to talk to you about something really crucial in healthcare, psychological safety. Imagine a workplace where people are afraid to speak up, where a nurse sees a potential medication error but stays silent, where a doctor hesitates to share a potentially life-saving idea. This is the reality in many healthcare settings, and it's dangerous. Psychological safety is about creating an environment where team members feel safe to voice concerns, where team members feel safe to ask questions and take interpersonal risks. Those interpersonal risks they will take without fear of embarrassment or punishment. This isn't a nice to have. This is essential. It's essential for patient safety. Research from Harvard University's Amy Edmondson tells us something really counterintuitive. The best teams report more errors, more datixers. Why? Because they feel safe. They feel safe enough to be honest. They're not hiding mistakes, they're learning from them. If I can share a personal story, I once publicly shamed a junior doctor for seemingly being asleep on the job. What I didn't realise, in that instant I'd created an environment where he would never feel comfortable speaking up again. Even if he saw me about to make a crucial mistake, he would remain silent. Google had a project called Aristotle, and they did extensive research into their coding teams and team performance, and they found that psychological safety is the #1 factor in team success. More than individual brilliance, more than educational attainment, more than IQ, teams that communicate openly, take turns speaking and show empathy perform dramatically better. In healthcare, our patients' lives depend on our ability to work effectively together. We need to create environments where everybody feels valued, questions are welcomed, mistakes are seen as learning opportunities, and diverse perspectives are encouraged. This means, as leaders, and we are all leaders, we must set the stage by creating shared understanding, actively encouraging participation, and responding with curiosity and appreciation, not criticism. Our goal is simple: create teams where everybody feels safe to speak up, because when we do, we keep our patients safer. Thank you.
On this slide are extracts from our staff survey and staff personal experiences. This is not acceptable and this is not banter. We have a shared responsibility to actively seek to understand differences, celebrate diversity and foster an inclusive workplace culture.
The deep pain of racism is real and cruel. It pierces down deep into the heart and soul of those on the receiving end of it. It suppresses their personality and steals their destinies. It pulls away piece by piece from them until they can't hold themselves together and collapse. They end up living lives that are a shadow of their true selves. It ruins generations of families and creates physical and mental wounds of which sufferers are now expert at concealing. Please help stop the negative effects of harmful words or behaviours by being an ally. If you hear or see something which makes you feel uncomfortable, even if not aimed at you, then please talk to somebody about it. Either your Dignity at Work champion, your team leader, or any member of the management team. Take responsibility for your own words and actions. Be curious. Understand how others in your team experience the workplace. We've considered racism so far in this video, but there are many other forms of discrimination that are equally unacceptable. I'd like to introduce this video featuring Jenny Lewis, Director of HR and OD.
Hello, my name's Jenny Lewis and I'm the Director of HR and Organisational Development here in Leeds Teaching Hospitals. I'm here to highlight our commitment to ensuring that inappropriate sexual behaviour here in the hospital is raised and dealt with in our Leeds way. How we behave at work is an important factor in how much we enjoy coming to work, and of course other people's behaviour towards us and towards those around us needs to be addressed if it doesn't feel right.
It went too far. I think I maybe let it go too far, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. I tried my best to avoid them, and I tried to be around other people when at work, but they found me and I couldn't do anything, so I went off sick and ended up being managed under supporting absence. I am back at work now, but my mental health will never be the same. I hope nobody has to go through what I have. You just don't think it will happen to you, especially at work.
I never thought how one person can destroy you. That's how I felt. How can words and comments actually do this to you? Nothing physical happened, but I was so scared it would, and I was expecting this to be inevitable. One of the worst things was that nobody knew what was happening inside my head. So I just carried on and kept my head down and my mouth shut. Work was the place I dreaded. As I walked into the hospital, I felt physically sick, some days having a panic attack in the corridor. I was lucky though that this person left, and now I feel so much better, but I also feel like a failure, a weak sado. I should have done something, but I just couldn't.
I lost my voice and part of me that I still can't find. I feel anxious. And to blame, I still do. I can't get rid of my feelings. They're not as easy to switch off. I feel ashamed and unheard. People knew, but they did nothing. This person held the power and they knew it, and I could do nothing.
I was seen as the problem, as a troublemaker. My manager did not believe me, or maybe didn't want to believe this was happening. I know I wasn't going to get the help I needed from management or the organisation. Even my manager kind of said it was my fault. My only option was to move to another site in the trust. I'm still angry. It wasn't my fault.
I have never worried about my safety at work here. I work with the most amazing individuals and very supportive colleagues, some of whom are now friends. That was until I started working in a new team, in a new unit. A member of the team was very confident and popular. They were always joking and everyone liked them, but their jokes and comments made me feel uncomfortable. Their comments to me became more suggestive. They started to be in places like the nurses' station, and the space was tight. They'd often brush up past me and they would touch me on the arm or upper leg. They'd touch my hair. They made comments about standing opposite me when we turned a patient so they could look down my uniform top. I did say something, but they laughed at me and said it was banter. They shot me down and did this in front of other colleagues.
Please, to find out more about how to support you or your colleague, please seek out the information that's readily available on the staff intranet and search for unacceptable behaviour, and we as an organisation will do all that we can to support you.
Last year, we asked you all for your feedback on updating the standards of behaviour, and we've listened to your suggestions, and we hope we've reflected the important themes in these posters and banners that you'll see displayed prominently across all our areas. Please take the time to read them through, as we've included some specific references to support our patients and our staff.
Our approach to creating an inclusive workplace culture is deeply embedded in the Leeds way, ensuring that our values guide every action. We are patient-centred. While our focus is on staff, maintaining a respectful workplace directly impacts patient care and safety. We are collaborative, encouraging teamwork and mutual respect among all employees. We are empowered, equipping staff with the knowledge and resources to speak up and act against unacceptable behaviour. We are accountable, holding ourselves responsible for maintaining a safe and respectful work environment. We are fair, ensuring equitable treatment and addressing all reports with impartiality. More than anything, we want your support to really create the inclusive workplace culture which will ensure that theatres and anaesthesia is the best place to work and supports everyone to thrive, so we can continue to deliver the high quality specialist care that we're all so proud of.